good evening and welcome to Red Arrows Racing League. I'm your host and commentator. My name is James, and here we are. Tonight, as you may see from the title, we're in Division 2. I thought we'd hop in here now that Division 1 title is wrapped up and just see the end of this title through. I will just make sure everything's working before I go any further. Bear with me. Yep, that sounds okay. So let's put this in the chat for everyone to see. So there we go. So if anyone drivers want to join us, they can. Am I not a spectator here? I was getting a message about. Just double check I'm a spectator if we're going further. Give me a chance to join this session. Yeah, let's go with spectator. Right, okay, that's good. So, as you can see, you join us in Division 2. This is the second to last round of the championship. Got just Qatar after this one. Harry leads the championship, but by the nature of next week being a sprint, no matter what he can do tonight, he cannot win the championship tonight. The gap is just 3 points, so it's Harry from Joshua Wilco. We're on board with Steve O'Markey. I have yet to see him race, so we'll see how he fares tonight. We'll just go over the lay of the land of the championship. We're going further with this. I did have it in my notes. So it's Harry on 150 points from Joshua Wilco on 147. So it's all tight at the top. It means that even if Harry were to claim all available 26 points tonight and Joshua were to score nothing, that would mean that Harry's championship lead only goes as far as 29. There are 34 points available next week. So the championship can't get sealed tonight. However, the lead may change hands, and whichever one out of Harry and Joshua Wilco here take the commanding step into the decider, who puts their best foot forward, as we now are on board with Steve O'Markey to start our first lap in the session. For some reason the track guide has this right-handed down as a corner, but this left-hand bit here is not one. So into turns 2, 3, 4, that's Tamburello. Turns 5 and 6 are a chicane called Villeneuve. All looks smooth so far. Turn 7 is Tozer. Then a little flick, turn 8. And turns 9 and 10 are Piratella. Let's have a look at this one. You'll use all the track here, but don't go too far wide. That's perfect there. Then into Aqua Minerale. How's your fairing here? Oh, looks pretty good. Looks like he's got good control of this one. Up to Reality Alta. It all looks very smooth so far, I must say. This looks like a good lap. After Variante Alta, we've now got Ravazza. And back towards the line. It all looks cool, calm and collected. It looks like a good lap. What is the benchmark? So 1:17.1. It looks pretty clean. It looks all good there. Harry goes 1:19.2. Ferrari driver rocking more of a Mercedes livery tonight. We'll go on board with Joshy Wilco and we'll see what he's able to do. He only goes 1:16.2. Uses all the track there. Into Tozer. And Piratelli goes all the track here. You'll be careful. You don't want to use it a little bit too much to get track limits. If you don't go far enough, you're leaving lap time on the table. You have to get it just right. Out towards Rianti Alta. Normally sort of track we see a lot of track limits, so impressed so far that we've not seen or not been on board with any invalidated laps. So if that's a sign of things to come, we could be in for a high standard tonight. Harry goes fastest lap there, takes what is provisional pole. Joshua Wilker straight into P2. The battle's on already. Less than 2/10 separate the championship fight. Game on already here. We'll go on board with Iowa North. That looked a little bit wide, but I think it's got away with it. Through the first part of Ravazza. Goes P6. Iowa North down as Mercedes driver. Apologies for the mix of colours here. We are using real world cars at the moment because of apparent issues with the equal cars on real world cars, so we're having to improvise a little bit. On board with Liam. So Liam is on his out lap, getting ready to start a flying lap into Ravazza. It looked a bit wide there, he might have just spun his tyres a bit. We'll see how it looks as he goes to start the lap. Through the not corner left-hander. Now into Tamburello. Up towards Villeneuve. So I'll kind of sacrifice the first corner a little bit to make use of the second one, that's it. And around Tozer. It feels like a long time before you get back on the throttle again. Around there. But you get on it too soon, you soon spin the rear tyres up and lose control. Looks pretty good through Piratella. Try to stick half a car over the line like that, like he did. Again, pretty smooth through Minerali. Reality Alto, again, you want to cut it just right. Use absolutely all the track you're allowed. Yellow flags ahead, hopefully that car's getting out of the way. Yep. As we round Ravazza. Hug the inside for shortest route to the line, and Liam goes pole by 4 thousandths of a second. If you're Harry, you'll be infuriated by that. 4 thousandths of a second. Separate our front two at the moment. Joshua Wilco now out on another lap. We'll go Steve Markey for the time being as Josh is on his out lap. So we'll be able to watch the end of this lap before Joshy starts his. So we'll flick over to Josh as soon as this lap's done. Around Piratella. Looked like a little bit of a snap there. As Hamlin goes P3, splits the two title protagonists. Round Reality Alta. Was that a bit of a moment in the first part of that? It looked like the rear stepped out a little bit. So this might not be his greatest effort. It looks a little bit more, or it looks less in control than the last one was. The last lap looked pretty smooth. But perhaps the pace wasn't there. This time the pace, there's more pace that time. It's improved a little bit. We're going on board with Joshua Wilker now because he should be starting his lap, and he is. Hopefully Stephen Markey gets out of the way. And it looks like he has done. That's good. Good awareness. Oh no, that's might be a different car. We might not even catch him here. We'll see what we've got. So Joshua Wilco not improving through sector 1, but not so far down that he can't improve for the rest of the lap. So maybe there is something on this. Needs a good sector 2 here though. It's way more a circuit he used previously through Paratella, so maybe some lap time gain there. Looked like a bit of a moment through Minerali. Has that cost him time? No, it hasn't. He's up in sector 2. So on for a good lap here. Steve Markey could help us out here. Could give us a little bit of a slipstream if we're close enough. As through of that we go. How's the lap? Keep close to the inside of the shortest route to the line. Improves, but not by enough to take M. Harry. So we've got the top 3 separated by 1/100th of a second. It's the top 4 all in a 1:16.0. It's less than 3/100th of a second separate the top 4. This is super tight. To be exact, there's 27 thousandths of a second separate 4 cars. This is how tight we're talking here. So super close at the front. That could be very interesting for the race. We are on board with Youngie, who's just behind that battle. He's only 2.5 tenths down. 2.5 tenths separate the front 6. So we don't have big numbers tonight, but the ones who are here are putting on a show here so far. Long may that continue. What's Youngie got in his locker here? Goes into the 15s. Youngie goes provisional P1. Let's see if anyone else has an answer for that one. We've got Hamlin on the circuit now. Murph's on a lap. The Alfa Romeo driver. What can he produce here? So 1:16.1 is previous effort. He's going in the box there though. Just go on board with Sam. He goes 1:16.1. Good for P7. Look how close it is there. He's only 1/10.5 off P2, but finds himself P7. We'll go on board with Hamlin as he's on an outlap in the Williams livery. Did forget to mention just the one DRS around here. And we have a total of 6 wildcards in play across both divisions. I can't tell you who's where. So you could have none here, you could have 6, you could have anything between. So Hamlin, he's now around Piratella and he invalidates. I was expecting more of that, to be honest. But that's the first one we've picked up, invalidating through Piratella. It's one of those corners that's hard to get right. You have to use absolutely all the track you're allowed. But you step over that line a little bit too much and you get punished. If you don't go close enough to the line, like perhaps Isle North's done there, you're leaving a little bit of lap time on the table. At this rate, Isle North might not have had the cleanest session so far, so just wanted to get a lap on the board. So therefore, made sure he's conservative with that and keeps himself in play. Wants to get about a lap on the board here. This one does look like he could improve. Let's see what he can produce here. 13, 14, 15, into the 16s he goes. 16.6 puts him in P8. And that's Youngie come back out on the circuit. He's not resting on his P1 effort. We'll see who else we've got on the circle. We'll go on board with Joshua Wilkes. He's starting another lap. He's finishing a lap. He's gone 1:15.7. He is now your provisional pole sitter. The Purse was out of the session. Is that you can get round again? Didn't have time to set another lap, I don't think. Youngie's on an out lap. Harry's still in the pit. He's leaving this very late, and here he comes. Right on cue. Leaving it as late as possible to set his final lap of the session. We'll have a look at Youngie and see what he can do. Just had his pole lap snatched away by Joshua Wilco. So here we go as he starts his lap. We will see how this turns out. Towards Tamburello we go. On the brakes. 1, 2, 3 there, looks pretty smooth. Sector 1 marker comes up just after Villeneuve. So just before Tozer, I believe. Yep, he's up on his lap. Not by a lot, but he is showing a small improvement. With how tight this session has been, every little bit counts. Towards Piratella. Keeps it in bounds there. Around Ackerman and Riley, and all looking smooth. He's a 10th.5 up in Sector 2, so if he can match his previous best Sector 3, he will take provisional pole. Let's see if he can hold this lap together. He just needs to match his own previous best, and he will take it. Is this the pole lap? It is for now. Young goes 1:15.6. Takes it by a 10th. We'll go on board with Harry now. Harry's up on his lap time by a 10th. So he needs a big Sector 2 here. A total of 4 tenths to find. He's found 1 in Sector 1. Left a lot on the table there through Piratella. Is that going to come back to bite him? Towards the end of Sector 2, he is less than a 10th up on his previous best, so possibly that might hurt him. Currently P4. At this rate, he will improve to P3 unless Liam can say something about it. Around reverse and goes wide. Harry cost himself the lap there right at the last corner. So on board with Liam we go. Harry doesn't improve. So the best he can do is P4. Liam is 2 tenths up on his previous best. That's at least good for P2. Or is it, as it stands? It might not be, might be just out. Let's see what we can do here. Ravatsa. 13, 14, 15. Into the 15s he goes. Does get P2. So it's 1 second. Separates the top 9. And just look at that. 4 through 7's super close. So we're at the end of the session now. So it's Young is going to be on pole from Liam, from Josh Wilco, from Harry, then Hamlin, Murph, San, Stephen Markey, Idle North, Percival on P10. And I believe that's PRV in P11. So just our feature race tonight, 32 lap race. My notes have it as the softs will do 15 laps, the mediums 20 and the hards 24. We'll see what our drivers go with in terms of strategy. I believe the formation note's going to be off due to the issues they've had with the game previously. And we've got rain. We have rain. As if this wasn't close and tense enough, rain is brought in now just to spice us up. Who ordered that? I could really throw a spanner into works. This turn 1 is going to be interesting now. Or turn 2, it should be really the first braking zone. 11 into 1, certainly don't go there. Who is that going to favour, we wonder? As everyone now just preparing their strategy, I believe we're straight in here. Nope, we do have a formation lap. So that gives us time to go over the strategies. So let's have a look and see what everyone's gone with. So there is rain, but it's dry enough for everyone to start on the dry tyre. That's a very bold call, because based on how I normally see this circuit, we can see those little spots that you can see, it's normally wet enough for a wet tyre. So this could be really interesting. We've got Liam and Joshie Wilco, both the 2 title contenders, starting the hard tyres. Murph goes incredibly bold on the soft tyres, everyone else running mediums. The drivers must know something that I don't, because based on how this looks, it looks like an intermediate weather condition. They must know something that I don't. So I said both title contenders on the hard tyres. I stand corrected. It's Liam and Joshie on the hard. It's Harry's on the medium. I was looking in the wrong place there. So Harry on medium tyres could potentially have a tyre advantage over his nearest contender. We'll keep our eyes on Joshie Wilco off the start. I would normally go to P2, but I want to see what happens with this title fight as well while we're here. That's our best way to have a look at P1 and the title situation all at the same time. As we get ready to line up. Be curious to know what the drivers know about the conditions, because it looks like a wet tyre condition to me. Who's going to nail to start then? Keep an eye on Murph in P6 as well, he's on the soft tyres. Let's hope for a clean getaway. Stereo Market disqualified for being a dangerous location there. I don't know if it's a glitch or what's gone on there. Disqualified from the session. I hope that doesn't mean the session overall, and it's going to put us back on a formation. What the heck has that done there? I've got no idea what's happened with the game here. I don't know if that's a glitch that's affected Steve-O or what. Hopefully that's not going to cause a big delay. I don't know if in the chat they're saying that lobby glitch. It does look like a lobby glitch there. Murph is retired from the session, so I believe he might be a red flag in this one. This could be a red flag situation. Yep, the host has been migrated, so it looks like we're going to set up a new lobby. That's unfortunate. We apologise for the delay, but hopefully we'll be back up and running soon. Yep, everyone leaving the session now, so yeah. It looks like it's going to be a restarted lobby. So just bear with us. Hopefully we can get this underway. Hopefully we can get this going shortly. Just wait for Murph to set up the lobby again, and then we'll be with you. For everyone just joining, this is just a field of AIs at the moment. We're just waiting for the new lobby to be set up. There's the invite from Murph, so I think we're back up and running. Hopefully we're smoother with this lobby. So just bear with us because he's going to have to set the grid up and everything here. So this might take a little while. And it might change the settings to a proper wet here. Just bear with us, grid and everything has to be set, so this might take a little while. We're waiting on one as well. Just waiting on one. There he is. So now we can set the grid, now we can go. And we're ready to go. So, hopefully no more issues. Thanks for bearing with us. We've got rain here, so it might force everyone into intermediate tyres here, because I'm not sure if you can set it the way it was perfectly. Because the way it was raining, but just about dry enough for the dry tyre. I'm not sure if it's clear enough that you can set it that way. So rain it is. It looks a bit heavier than what it was before, so like I said, it looks like it could be intermediate conditions for everybody. We will confirm it when we get a chance to look at what everyone's doing. Who does this favour? And hopefully everyone can get through turn 1 without a massive incident. I keep saying turn 1, it's turn 2 of the first braking zone really. We're underway in Imola. Let's get all the detail up. And yeah, everyone's on the intermediate tyre. I'll have a look at Liam and see what he's doing here. So far so good. It's looking relatively clean. So it's Youngie from Liam, from Joshua Wilco, from Harry. Harry is up the inside. Thinks better of it though. Lives to fight another day. Probably the best call from his point of view. He wants to make the most of any point he can get his hands on. I'm not sure it's set to dry up. I'm not privy to the weather info. Liam has taken the lead here. It looked like a fairly simple overtake there. Just drove clean through. And Joshy through as well. Youngie like is really struggling here. Akaminarale looks like perhaps Joshua was forced a bit wide there. But Youngie looks like he was struggling here because Liam has managed to get a bit of a lead as well. He looked like he just drove past the lead. And Joshua Wilco was unlucky not to get through there. He looked like he was carrying much more speed. Who was that gone wide there? Is that Steve-O? That's allowed PRV to get through. Hamlin at the back, he's having problems. Oh, PRV had a bit of a moment there. It looks like he had to get out the back of Sean. Liam, of course, sets the fastest lap as he's the first driver over the line. But Harry and Wilco, the title fight is on. As it stands, Harry will drop, I believe it's 3 points to our Joshua, so we'll make everything even in the championship. And it looks like Stevie off there has got a yellow flag out. So Iron North and Percy getting close. That's resolved itself now. The closest bit of on-track action is between the two title contenders. Oh, nice. Joshua Wilco and Youngie. And Harry's at the inside. There's contact there. Even more contact with both drivers are able to keep on the circuit. Harry's now up the inside into Viranti Alta. Can he make this one stick? So far, so good. Oh, he's at the inside there, into the back. Into the back of Youngie. Youngie's been set into Harry. And Mercer into the back of that as well. Joshua Wilkins managed to get away here, so Joshua Wilkins managed to profit from that. That might want for a steer. He's letting everyone back through. Now that's good sportsmanship. We like that. Did cause a bit of an incident there, but he's let everyone back through. That's very sporting. Oh, he's lost it. Josh has lost it. Liam sets fast lap of the race and Mercer into the box for new front wing. We did see that as he collided with, I believe it was Harry's car. And Joshua Wilkins left the session. Drama there and a collision between the two title contenders. And PRV and San are racing awfully close. But I think PRV's got the worst of it. Idle North now. He's on the back of PRV. I think the two McLaren rivals got super close there and PRV got the worst of it. Idle North now up the inside. Peratella thinks better of that one. Not going for the move. So Harry now with a big chance to take a command and lead of this championship. As it stands with him in P3, that'll be 15 points. It'll put the lead up to 18. Going to the last round, so it's not a sure thing yet, but that would be a pretty big advantage if he can make that stick. This is the closest bit of on-track action. It's Idle North against PRV Widget. He's up the inside and he's through before the corner. And almost there into the back of San. Managed to keep it clean. We've got Percival on the back of PRV as well here. What can Percival do? Will he be able to have a look at Tozer? He's on the outside. No, not close enough. Joshua Wilkins' car is still going around here, so I'm not sure what's happened there. I'm not sure if that's his left session or whether that's an issue. We're right on board now with Harry because he's getting close to Youngie. 0.6 of a second. We'll go back on Idle North here because Idle North's past San. On his way towards Ravazza. He's made a mistake. Is that going to let Sam back through? Yes, it is. Can he make that stick? We've now got a three-way fight here over P4. Is this one going to end in tears? Idle North and San are wheel to wheel. San's through for now. So it's the battle here is for P4. We head up towards Tozer. PRV Widget and Percival now getting awfully close. Percival is at Aston driver. No prizes for guessing what PRV is. That is an attempt at a McLaren livery. A papaya. Same for Cern. So we watch Steve Markey here being chased by Hamlin. Hamlin in the Williams livery. Looks like Marky got a much better exit there from Ravazza. So he's able to defend that place for now. But Isle of North is still not giving up this fight for P4. Be interesting to see if this race if it is going to be wet all the way through. At what point does everyone box? And how long do the 8-minute tyres last? I don't have notes on that. So I'm not sure whether it's going to be... I'd assume a one-stop race. But I'm not 100% on it. It depends also how well everyone uses their tyres. Would a two-stop work out better maybe? I'm not sure. That Sanger's a little bit wide there through Piratella. Does that give Aronoff a chance? He has closed a couple of tenths there. On the run up now to Variante Alta. Not close enough to make a move, but maybe, depending on how good of exit you can get here. He's closing in, but not close enough to make anything of this. This is the closest thing on the track at the moment. There is also a fight between Stevo and Hamlin, but we'll stay on this. Idle North on the battery, as is Sean. It's getting close now, we're going wheel to wheel towards Tamburello. Idle North is up the inside. Can he make that work? He has to back out of it. Lives to fight another day. Does this give PRV a chance? PRV now all over him. No, doesn't get an opportunity to Villeneuve there. But Idle North now all the work to do all over again. There's that gap. Chassan now picked back up. And it's brought PRV back into the fight. It's back to a three-way fight. We'll just temporarily flick over and see what's going on here. Steve Markey wide in his efforts to try and catch Percival. Hamlin not close enough to seize on that though. We'll see if he's able to get closer to Percival here. But it still is the battle for P4. It's the most intriguing at the moment. So Isle North still in a McLaren sandwich, not able to do too much about it. He's going to have a go though. He's got a little bit more battery than Sean, but not a whole hell of a lot. Doesn't make a difference. He's going to try the outside this time. Just going to pinch Sean to the inside. And Sean has to yield. But I don't know if can't keep it together. He had to go to the escape road there. Surely he's got to give that place up. He must have to get that place up, surely. He's going to give it back. No, Sam was attacked by his teammate. The stewards might want to look at that if Isle North doesn't give the place back. Got PRV now. He's being attacked by Percival. Percival backs out of that. Oh, and the contact between the two McLarens there. It looked like perhaps Sean got a bit wrong through Ackerman and Raleigh. And it's compromised his teammate, and Percival's through. Possible damage to PRV, I think. It looks like Sean got it wrong. And his teammate didn't have many places to go. We'll see what we can find out here. And that's Steve going wide, very wide into Ravazza. That allows Hamlin through. Is there damage to PRV's car? It doesn't pit, so not enough to warrant a stop. It does give Isle North a chance to get away. He's now 2.2 seconds clear. So it's P5, the battle now. The two McLarens and Percival is now instead of Isle North. Isle North taking the place. So Percival's taking the place of Isle North, I should say. And that's where we're at the moment. Liam in a pretty commanding lead here. He's 3.4 seconds to the good. Hamlin now into this fight over P5. It's a 4-way fight for P5 as it stands. We'll just have a look at the leader. We'll just jump on board as he is 3 seconds up a combined lead. Then it's Youngie behind in P2 with Harry for company in the Mercedes inspired livery. Got him down as a I believe I had him down as a Ferrari though. So as we watch Widget on Percival, it looked like he had to make a correction there. It looked like I got a bit caught out. Perhaps Percival wasn't as quick as PIV was expecting. He's lost it. So Hamlin managed to capitalise on that. Hamlin's through, and he's now on the charge, looking to get Percival. But he's not close enough to do anything about it from here. So we'll go back with Harry, because I believe that's the closest on track action at the moment. He's at Tozer. Murphy picks up a 3-second penalty there for multiple warnings. I'd expect he's not going to be the first there. Well, not the last. He is the first, he's not going to be the last, is what I should say. That's Joshua Wilker's car getting in the way. Compromising the line, that now nullifies that. Little battle for now, so we'll go on board with Hamlin. Percival wide there, Hamlin followed him though, so not able to profit from that. Makes a big gain to the first bar back from Mirali, and Percival gets it a bit wrong on the exit. So this might give a chance. So Hamlin 6 tenths down, 5 tenths. And it's Youngie out. Youngie out of the race. It's brought out a safety car. So where do we go from here then? 9 cars remain. Liam's managed to pass the safety car. So that'll collect him next lap round. And we've got, so far, everyone third down is in the box for a new set. Steve-O going to the full wets. So we'll see how that affects him. So with Youngie out, that gives Harry P2. P2 would be 18 points. So that would give him a 21-point championship lead. But it's 34 to play for next week, so it's still not wrapped up. There's still a lot to play for. 8 sprint points, then 26 from your feature race. As we watch our race leader, I'd assume he's going to come in for a new set, but we'll see. I'd be surprised if he doesn't, because it is a free pit stop. The only thing that would stop him is if he doesn't think Harry's in, he doesn't want to give the track position up. But he's got to be in, surely. Yeah, he is. So Harry, I expect, will follow suit here against a free pit stop. So I'm sure he'll take that. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he didn't do that, so that's that done. Both onto a fresh set of inters. Idle North up 6 places there into what is P3 at the moment. So under safety car here. 20 laps to go. This track has been used twice before in Red Arrows. Our previous race winners were Anne and Jury. We've had a sprint round here as well. Super Striker got that. Super Striker, of course, crowned champion last week of Div 1. And we'll see what happens to Div 2 here. But it looks like if things stay as they are, Harry is very much in the driving seat. So safety car stays out here. I imagine it's going to be in at the end of this lap. And we'll go racing proper on lap 14. So it should be relatively status quo from here. Everyone been into the pit to fit fresh into tyres, with the exception of Steve Markey, who's on the wet, so his progress might be the best one to watch to see if that's the correct call. To me it looks like that's drying up, so I don't think that is, but we'll see how it all unfolds. Joshua Wilco's AI car is coming to the box. That might end up prolonging the safety car by one more lap. I don't think Steve was on the right tyre. That gamble's not paid off. It may have been worth a gamble at the time, but unfortunately his luck wasn't in. Unless he knows something that we don't. I'm not privy to the conditions here in the comms box, so I can't tell you what's going to happen. I can only look on as you are and give you my best guess. So safety car should be in at the next lap now. So lap 15 will be racing, and we'll see what Liam managed to do off the restart. I'm sure this safety car is not what he wanted here, because he was in a commanding position out in front. Didn't look like he was under threat from anybody. Look, he was driving his own race, and now all of a sudden it's race on again. But he'll be hoping to resume where he left off and just drive away. He looks like he had this all hooked up. So definitely hoping for more of the same. The former two-time race winner in Div 1 has 8 Division 1 podiums to his name. That is the most of anyone in this session. Harry and Murph are the other two with Division 1 podiums to their names. And we have got a safety car in this lap. So we'll have a look at Harry just so we can see what Liam does as the leader. He backs the pack up as we expect. Where does he decide to go though? And does he get clean getaway? Here we're hoping to just drive clean away and resume his dominance out front. Where does he floor it? If it were me, I'd be going in the middle of these two corners. But we'll see where Liam decides to go. Does he try and surprise us? And he's gone. He looks like he's caught Harry by surprise because it's 8 tenths clear already. It's a great start from Liam. He's got well away. Looks like he caught Harry napping. But Isle North not able to progress on that either. So it looks like he's done pretty well there as Liam. So we'll look further back. Steve and Markey here under threat from Murph. So those wet tyres haven't worked out. Murph's still got to pick his way through here. He's going to have a lot of overspeed. So he has to be a bit careful. Where does he decide to try and make the move? Is he going to try it into Tozer? No, he has to think better there. Up the inside he goes though. Steve didn't have the turn in and Murph managed to get through. So PIV, Widget and Percival is now the closest thing. Oh no, other than Stan and Idle North. We'll keep on this for now. As through Akram and O'Reilly we go. Up towards Reality Alta. That's sand very wide. This is the closest battle on the track at the moment. Percival under attack as Harry goes faster than Liam this lap. And Murph has passed Hamlin as well. He's on his way back through the field. He's on the charge. And it's San again. So it's Percival in the middle of a McLaren sandwich. And Steve Mark is having a box now to get back on the intermediate tyres. As we say, that gamble did not work out. It might have been worth a try at the time we did it, but unfortunately for him it's not worked. There's Murph now catching up to PIV Widget. Hamlin now picks up a 3-second penalty for his troubles. Looked like a little bit of a mistake there from PIV Widget through Akram O'Reilly. Gives Murph a chance. Is he going to have a go? He's going to get forced out. Collision there at Reality Alta. And Hamlin says thank you very much. Through he goes. Takes the pair of them. So Murph versus PIV Widget is carrying on here. Up the inside of Tamburello. Thinks better of it, but they're both off. PIV not able to make that corner stick. Through goes Murph. It looked like PIV outbraked himself. Didn't manage to make the corner. And Harry now getting a bit closer to Liam. That safety car has compromised Liam's race heavily. He was well ahead before that, and now Harry's got a chance of this race. Isle North don't count him out either. He's less than a second down from Harry. So possibly now a three-way fight for the race lead. Lap 17 we're on. Percival picks up a 3-second penalty there. I did expect that Murph wouldn't be the last to pick up such a penalty. It is difficult to stay within track limits for 32 consecutive laps around here. Harry getting awfully close now. 10th and a half away. Doesn't try the move into Tamburello. Had to come off the throttle there, turn 4, the last part of Tamburello. Through Villeneuve, how close does he get? As Sam picks up a penalty there as well. Into Toza. Harry looks like he's making progress everywhere here. But Liam trying to just fight him off. Does this squabbling bring Arlo North into the conversation? At the moment it does. He's managed to make a couple of attempts up on Harry. Through Acaminerali. Harry looks to get a slightly better exit, but can't get that close. Liam's done a slightly better job through Variante Alta. But now Harry's back on him into Ravazza. And Iron Horse getting much closer as well. He's now 7 tenths down. It was about a second earlier, so he's made a few tenths up on Harry. The fight over P1 has brought him into play. And Harry made a lot of progress there. Getting awfully close now. Tamburello looks like where Harry makes up the most ground. The rest of the lap looks pretty even. Liam's done a better job through the rest of the sector. Or through sector 2 I should say. As the lead's back up a little bit. On the exit now of Acaminerali, and Liam's pulled away a bit. Gets a better entry to Fianci Alta, but Harry now looks like he's getting close to him on the exit again. He's closing in. Who gets the better exit to Ravazza? At the moment it looks like Harry. 3 tenths of the gap, within 3 tenths now. 2.5, 2 tenths. Does he try the move? He's on the outside, he's on the grass a bit there. Liam down the inside to try and defend. Just about keeps it together there. Just about managed to keep it on track and in front. And Arnold North, there he is. He's now in this battle now. So Harry now having to be careful because he's got to fight Liam ahead and Arnold North from behind now. He's got to both attack and defend. Or does he? Arnold North a bit wide there. Through Acaminerali. How can Liam defend for another 13 laps? Can he hold it? Seven tenths the gap now, so he's made a little bit of progress on the exit of Variante Alta towards the Ravazza. And looks like got a cleaner exit that lap as well, so just able to pull away here. Has a slight advantage when it comes to the battery, but not by much. And Harry again, on the exit at Tamburello, it looks like where it makes the most progress is through that Tamburello. His toes are. It looked like a bit too tight there, did Harry. A little bit of a mistake through toes was allowed Liam some breathing room, as we just saw Steve Markey setting the fastest lap of the race so far. Liam's been able to pull away a little bit these last couple of laps. Can't afford a mistake. And so hold about 10% more battery than Harry. So not a massive difference in that front. The gap just dipped towards being over a second there, but Harry able to get it back down. He's used a bit of the battery there, so there's now about 25-30% difference on battery. So he's used a little bit to try and close the gap back up. So Liam saving his, perhaps for this battle, so we can use it strategically. Right, it's just 1, 2, 3 is the closest thing on the circuit at the moment. So we'll stay with this. Hamlin picks up a 3-second penalty there for his troubles. I believe that's his second. And it is. So easy to pick up the penalties around here. As we have Joshua Wilco's car getting in the way again, unfortunately. Hopefully it's not going to cost our drivers too much here. So that's cost us too much. Liam's got through, Harry's got through. Idle North picks up a 3-second penalty there. That's going to perhaps help Harry out. He's managed to get a bit closer to Liam here. He's got the gap back to within 3/10 of a second. But Liam able to get it back out again. He's not used that battery either. He's using it very sparingly. Perhaps in an effort to fend him off later on. But Harry getting super close in the exit to Vera Anti-Alta there. Is that a mistake from Liam? Does that give Harry the opportunity? Having to get out of the throttle there to make sure he doesn't go in the back of him. I mean, the last thing Harry wants to do is just want to throw points away here. He'd rather take the 18 to extend the championship lead to 21 here than to bin it trying to get the lead. He's got a championship to think about. We've got Hammond now within a few tenths of Percival. Is he going to try and move? Yes, he is. Gets it done relatively easy in the end. I think it's Percival made a mistake through Tamburello. But might have some defending to do towards the end of this race because got 3 extra seconds worth of penalty. Murph there picks up another 3-second penalty. Harry and Liam up front. Liam all the way to the other side of the track there. I wonder if he's having to cool his tyres down and go to the wet side of the circuit, or the wetter side of the circuit. I'm not sure if the line's drying at all, or whether that was a defensive mover. Harry having to be patient here. Liam now on his battery, so he's starting to use some of that. Harry able to get close on the exit at Tamburello. Does he throw into Villeneuve? Backs out of that. I think if this was any earlier than Championship, he might have tried that. But I think it's because of how late it is in the season, and knowing he's got a title to think about, that he's not committing to those moves. On the exit of Ackerman Raleigh. Yeah, looks like got entry right there, but and the exit as well actually, because it's pulling away, so it's got a good exit there. He's just able to keep this gap as it is. Harry's able to stay close, but not able to make the move. Just a few laps to go now. We're into the final quarter of this race. It looked like a mistake through the second part of Tamburello. Gives Harry a chance. Harry thinks better of a move down the inside of Villeneuve. Definitely thinking about that championship. Through toes as we go. Harry does hug that inside a lot closer than what Liam does. Through Piratella. Alright, Ackerman and Raleigh. Who gets the better exit here? It looks like Liam. Yeah, it looks like Liam's got the better of that one. That very anti-Alta, Harry's back on him. Here we go, and Harry trying to get through here on the battery, as is Liam. Does he try the move? No, he doesn't. Having to be very patient and just try and pick his spot. He's waiting for a mistake from Liam if he can force one. PIV widget for speed in the pit lane there. Perhaps he's trying to sneak a fastest lap point. As Liam's still able to fend him off so far. Gap just creeps up to over a second again, but Harry looks like he's got a better exit. Just a handful of laps to go now as Liam starts lap 28. Can he hold on? Just going to give a look to this battle here for P4. Actually, no, we can't because it's getting close here again. Harry a little bit wider there on the exit of Villeneuve, so Liam able to keep him at bay. So we'll just go back onto this fight for P4. As that's neutralised for now. And we need to get this overtake done and pull away because he's got a 3-second extra penalty. So 1.1 now the gap. Excellent Ravatsa now. The battery is pretty close between the pair of them, so that's not going to come into play by the looks of it. Harry now getting close to Liam again. It's that Tamboro section every lap where he seems to be able to get close, but not quite able to make the move. He's trying to force a mistake if he can. That's lap 29 we're on of 32. PRV Widget does get fast lap of the race, so that'll be an extra point for him. Liam's got the gap up to 1.4 now, so a good lap for him. He's got the battery now up to almost full. Both not have been preserving their battery the last few laps, so maybe looking for a last couple of laps push. As Liam's back on his now, as is Harry. And Harry, as he has been the last few laps, has been able to make a few tenths up in that first section, but just can't get close enough to make the move. So Liam doing much better on battery here. Harry down to about half, whereas Liam's on a full battery. He's 100% here, so he's been preserving that well. He's waiting to deploy that in the last couple of laps. Is that possibly going to be a last lap surge? He's going to go into effectively a hot lap and try and push for the last one. We'll see what he does. He's on it now. Into Tamboro we go again. This is normally the good section for Harry, but he might have made a mistake there. He did make a mistake in the second part of it. Went a bit wide, and that's given Liam some breathing room. So just this and one more racing lap to go. It looks like Liam's done it. barring any major issues. Still got what is an almost full battery. Hammond there picks up a third penalty. In P5 without costing the position. It looks like it will, drop in one place. So Liam now looks to start his final lap. Having to dodge the Alpine. So Liam on his final tour, as is Harry. He's used a bit of battery there. Has Liam. So round to Tozer for the last time. You've got to think this is Liam's race now. He should be counting down the corners. Towards Ackerman and Riley. That's turn 11, 12 and 13 of a 19 corner track. The last one wasn't really even a corner. Just two proper corners to go after Ravazza. And Liam now takes the last proper corner, makes his charge to the line, and Liam takes your race win today. Liam wins, followed by Harry. Arnold North will come home in P3. A solid P3 from him. Sam's going to cross the line in P4. Hamlin's going to cross the line in P5, but possibly lose out to Murph due to the penalties. And he is, so Murph goes P5. Then Mark is going to come along in P7. Tried the gamble on the wet tyre. Unfortunately, didn't work out on another day. That might have been a bit of strategic genius, but this wasn't to be today. Percival in P8. And then PIV is going to cross the line in the final position today. That has been your race for this evening. So that gives Harry provisional 21 point championship lead going to the final round. 34 points left to play for, so it's not a foregone conclusion just yet. A sprint and a feature race round Qatar to decide this championship, but that is next week. For now, we will see you later. Have a great week from all of us here at Red Arrows, and we'll join you again soon.